Hi, hello, welcome to Devon Monk's Works and Worlds. We are on Monday Monk number 29. Rolling along, people. I talk about writing, knitting, and what's going on in Monk World. That being said, if you have a question, if you are curious about anything about writing or books or things in my books or in short stories or anything like that, put that question down below in the comments and I will be happy to answer. Might even take up a whole episode or something. So yeah, if you're curious about anything, put it down in the comment section and I'll read it, and maybe we'll get to that in the next Monday Monk. Okay. Oh, also, if you like this channel or you want to see it grow so that other people can find it, just hit the little thumbs up button. That'll help people find it on the YouTube algorithms. Let's see, how are things going with writing? Because we talk writing, knitting, and things going on in Monk World. Writing is going well, thank you. I did not write, I don't think, Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday because we were out of town. We went to a river to just hang out and disconnect. We thought we were going to get certain camping spots. They're kind of first come, first serve, and it's boondocking. There's no electrical or water hookup. You just, it's camping. But it's near a road, which is a little weird for me because when we used to go camping, tent camping, we'd go off in the middle of the boonies where there wasn't a road anywhere around. But this was near a road. But one of the reasons why we chose this place is because it was next to a river that my brother-in-law used to camp next to when he was a kid. And we wanted to go explore that and hear all those stories with him. And so we ended up not on the river, but on a creek or a stream that feeds the river. And there was some fishing that was done. I didn't fish. I don't have my fishing license right now. But I hung out in the river. I waded through the river. I sat in the river. And by river, I'm saying creek. This is a creek that we were in. Probably its deepest was like maybe 5 feet deep. But lots of walking across stones and big old mossy boulders and stuff. Maybe I'll put some pictures at the end of this video if you want to see a few of just this forest. It's beautiful. Anyway, we went there and did a little bit of camping, and we had no cell service and we had no wireless. And so we were disconnected, completely disconnected for several days. And it was wonderful. Like, it's hard to be completely disconnected because I do worry about, family members or staying in touch with anything that's going on in the world. But at the same time, after a couple of days, I felt like, I was laying on a rock in the in the creek, beautiful trees all above, blue sky, and the sound of the river rushing by. And I just thought it's wonderful to take a moment to just not do anything, not worry. It was a very zen moment and I really enjoyed it. So we had a good time. We just got back into town yesterday and, had to do all the things you do after a trip, do the laundry, all that good stuff. So no writing has happened, but I had a lot of time to think about writing and think about how I want to structure things, and did some reading that will help me with what I want to do going forward with the different stories and books and stuff. So I did get a lot of that done. So today is back on the old writing horse and trying to get as many words as I can on Wayward Sky, which is the next book that I'm working on. So that's writing. Okay, how's knitting going? Knitting's going well, thank you. I am actually working on a project that I promised somebody like 2 years ago and didn't get to it because, COVID really is the main reason. But I took it up to I thought, well, this is a perfect time. We'll be out camping. I'll have some time since I'm not fishing, I'll have some time to just do something. And I wasn't sure if we were going to have cell service and all that kind of thing. Because if we did, I would have done different things on the trip. Isn't that interesting that makes a difference? But since we didn't, I knew I'd need to take some things to keep my hands busy, like in the evening when you're done you've had your chit chats, you've had dinner and stuff, and now you kind of want to do something so that you're not just sitting there, drinking coffee. So I took along this knitting project. I'll show you what it is. This is the beginning. It's not all of it, but it's the pieces of it. So this is the beginning of Stone the Gargoyle. He's a pattern that I made for the Allie Beckstrom books, my first series. And this is the beginning of his snout and his head, and this is his neck and his little body. So that's Stone the Gargoyle, who I have promised someone in exchange for something. We're kind of bartering something. Anyways, his name is Brian Munson, and he makes these amazing ink pens. He turns them on his it's called a lathe, gorgeous pens. I'll have to show you. The first one that he gave me was kind of a steampunk inspired pen. I love it. I use it at my signings. And he has another one, and so I'm going to trade him a stone for a pen. So then I decided to make some stone, the gargoyle feet. And as you can see, well, you can't see because I am not very good at this camera, but I decided to do his feet a little differently than my own pattern because I love that monsters. The third is the one with the hairy chest foot, because this foot is just such a good foot. And I know I've gushed over this foot before. It's just such a nice looking foot and really good little toes that I decided to give Stone those feet because I thought that'd be fun. So Stone has new feet. This is a unique Stone. He has his own feet. And then the last part that I got done up there was his wings. So I still have his arms, his ears, and then putting it all together, eyes, teeth, nostrils. I want to do a little extra construction on him to make him do what I want him to do. Anyways, the last thing I made were wings, and this is from an Alan Dart pattern. It's from his Devilish Dragon pattern. This is what my camera doesn't want to focus. This is what the wing looks like. Apparently it doesn't want to focus because my hands are up there. But what you do is you fold it in half. It's like a half circle, and then you fold it in half and you get, can you see this? I feel like I'm not doing this very well. You get a wing. Let's see, there, see? You get a wing with those ridges in it. This is doubled over, so you'll get a wing. I'll sew it together, or I think I'll crochet it together on both sides. So those will be his wings, and I really like the spine line here in these wings, which is why I picked it for Stone. Again, this isn't the wings that I designed for Stone, but I also like gargoyles that have the wings that go up in an arch over their, over their heads, kind of like Night on Bald Mountain, the Disney, demon gargoyle, or gargoyles that kind of have the cartoon. They kind of have that curved tip on the top. So I'm going to take these wings, and I think I'm going to crochet, or I'll I-cord. So crochet, which might be easier, an actual arcing point on it. So when I put the wings together, I'll probably I'll crochet them together and then create that tip. Or, because I'm not a great crocheter, I might do it all where I knit the wings together, and then I might knit up a tip, which would be an I-cord, I think is what I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. So the wings are going to get modified. The feet were modified. I almost was going to give them what's this called? A mohawk. I was almost going to give him Stone the gargoyle with the mohawk. His little face. But I thought, no, that's a little too far. So anyways, I have a little bit more to do on that, but I got all that knitting done next to the creek, staring at the beautiful trees and, the fish and all that good stuff. So it was very relaxing and really fun to do. Get so much of a project done all in 2 sittings. I have, like I said, his arms left and his ears, and then Stone will be done. And I will start knitting the project that will be given away in the newsletter next week, because we're almost at the end of August, which is, the months go by fast, but wow, that was fast. So next week is end of August, and that's when my newsletter will come out, and I will have a new knit toy, and it will be given away to a subscriber. So please sign up if you want to be in the subscriber poll. I just use a random number and pull a name out. Okay, and I will show you what that toy is that Monday. So let's see. I think I can do Monday Monk that next Monday, and then I think there's one more day of the month, and that's when I'll do my newsletter, or maybe there's 2 more days. Okay, so that's about it. The last thing that I usually cover is how it's going in Monk World. It is going great. Our garden is just flourishing now, even though we put it in late. We put it in July. We have so much lettuce. I need to go out and harvest it and wash all of the earwigs out of it, because that's where they like to hide at night. So I got to go harvest the lettuce, and we've got some tomatoes out there, and we took in just a big, huge bowl full of snap peas. I think I was talking about those, and we took them on our trip with us, ate a few. We're going to throw those in a salad tonight. So our cucumbers are doing good, our tomatoes are doing good, and everything else out there seems to be just rolling along. I got to figure out how to harvest our horseradish and what to do with it, and also rhubarb, got to figure out what to do with that. I think it might be harvest time. I'm not sure. Got to go look at it. Anyways, just to tie this off, I'm going to pull one quick thing from our heart box, our little wooden heart box that has little slips of paper in it, which are subjects that I put on oops, that one fell out. Put on the paper to to um, to talk about. Wow. Okay, I pulled two. One that I don't even remember what it's from. Why don't I know this, people? Thistle. Thistle. Who did I name that? Who is that? Who's that in my books? Thistle. Who is that person? That sounds like me. That sounds like a name I would give somebody. What series is that in? Thistle. What? I don't know. I need more coffee before I do that one. I don't know. And the other one that fell out said series, and that's such a long subject. I'm going to do that later. Okay, here's a relatively shorter, hopefully, one. This one's kind of funny. I wrote crafts, and I think my idea behind, well, there it went, putting that in the box was what crafts do I do? Someday I'm going to make a list. Knitting, a little bit of crochet. I sew on the sewing machine. I hand sew. I embroider. I cross stitch. I've done decoupage. I've done furniture painting. I've done, what else have I done? I've done paper crafts. Gosh, I don't do scrapbooking. And why I don't do scrapbooking is I know if I start, I will do nothing but scrapbook. It seems exactly like something I would like to do. And because I love knitting and the things that I'm doing right now, I don't want to do scrapbooking because I think I would deep dive and then I wouldn't write books. So scrapbooking is for future me sometime to try. What else have I done? I've done tie-dye. I made all the Halloween costumes when my kids were young, so I've done working with foam and with hot glue and with wire and I've done wood burning. What else have I done? I should have prepared for this. Well, if I think of more, I will put them down there. I don't know. Is cooking a craft? I bake, I cook, I can. Let's see what else. And by can, I mean I put up vegetables and fruits and jams and all that kind of stuff. Canning them away for future, which a lot of people I hear are getting into more now, doing canning and whatnot, which is very cool. Our goal this year is to get into it in a more thoughtful manner, which means we want to grow the food and can the food that we know we're going to eat, because there are steps to all of that, right? There's plant the things that you know you will tend and that you know you will harvest and that you know you will preserve and that you know you will eat. Each of those is a step. And some food we found that when we plant it, we aren't good at harvesting it. We just don't get out there in time to bring that harvest in. And then some foods we find we're good at planting and harvesting, but then we don't preserve it in some manner. And so then some food we're good at planting and harvesting and preserving, but then we don't eat it. I know this is sad, but we love making jam, berry jam, because there's so many terrific berries in Oregon, and they're easy to get at any farm, or you can have them. We have several berries in our yard. But we don't eat jam a lot. We don't eat jam every month even. I love peanut butter, so I occasionally will put jam on my peanut butter toast or whatever, but we don't just that's not a daily thing. And so we are looking at alternative ways to preserve our strawberries and our blueberries and our raspberries and blackberries and that kind of thing that isn't a jam, that will be something that we will consume. We do make jams and often give them away as little gifts, Christmas gifts or whatever. But yeah, so we're looking into how to be more thoughtful or mindful, maybe is the word, about the food that we put up. So we're looking at freezing and freeze drying and air drying and canning things that we know that we'll put into our meals. Okay, let's see. I got off the subject of crafts awfully quick there, but yeah, I do a lot of crafts. There's probably not a craft that I haven't given a shot at some time in the past. I don't know. I haven't ever done any clay work, like throwing clay. That's always seemed interesting, but I haven't ever tried that. But yeah, I love crafts. I love trying new crafts. How about you? Do you do any crafts? What's your thing that you love? Put it down in the comments, and we can talk about that thing. Some things I've never tried. I thought they looked like fun. Do you remember when latch hook rugs? Are those still popular? People used to latch hook rugs. They'd take a picture, or it was the backing of a carpet, the backing of a rug, which are little squares, and you would loop the yarn through it to make yourself a rug that had like the face of a dog on it or something. I always thought those looked kind of fun. I don't know, kind of like cross stitch. And I have been getting the urge to cross stitch, and I've been fighting it off for about 2 years. So maybe that'll be a Christmas thing that I just sit down and enjoy that craft for a little while during December. But anyway, yes, I love crafting. I like trying different crafts. Tell me about your crafts. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and close it off because I will just start rambling about apparently random things like canning. So until next time, thank you for stopping by Monday Monk. Please put questions in the comment section so we could talk about stuff. Also, hey, let me know if you'd like to see me in some other format. I think YouTube is pretty fun. I like being here. But do you more enjoy TikTok, or do you enjoy Twitch streaming, or do you enjoy live Facebook? Like, there's lots of ways to do these kinds of conversations. Let me know, or let me know if you'd like to do some sort of a live event where I get on YouTube and we can just actually have a chit chat. I think that might be fun. If I get people who are interested in that, then I'll start narrowing down what time might get the most people, be the most convenient for the most people. But that's all future stuff. For today, hang in there. It's Monday. You got this. And until next time, be well. Bye now.